Hello everyone, this is WRX Wing. This is my first video. Gonna do a little video of my Home Depot scores / finds on some tools I got today and some other few things I picked up in their relevancy to one of my other interests, being my collection of Star Wars and other things. But anyhow, the first main objective of this video is to show off this new Milwaukee lithium. It was kind of a Christmas buy, if you will. They had it out during just shortly after Black Friday through just still now in certain stores. I didn't see it at a different Home Depot I went to first today, but I did find it at the second one here. So it is a special price. It's just the impact gun, brushless impact gun, battery, and then as you can see there, all the other little accessories on the side here. Nothing too much, but either way, it was only 90 bucks. And I had been contemplating, because I've used Milwaukee in the past, the M18 series. They're really good. They have a lot of power. The batteries last a long time. They're more interchangeable, I guess, back then when I was using them than DeWalt was, because they kept switching everything up. This and a drill were gifted to me. So the dilemma really here was, this was basically 90 bucks, maybe 97 after tax here in Colorado. This drill works pretty much just fine. I was working in an elevator shaft. I'm an electrician, and before the elevator was in, the building was pretty empty and new. There's scaffolding all throughout all 5 stories, and I was on the 3rd floor trying to run some electrical conduit, and wouldn't you know it, the one time in my life I dropped something. I dropped this 3 stories down. Survives, it works. However, it fell in some water. I even threw it in rice because it was at the end of the day for like 2 days. However, there's no trigger sensitivity anymore. The LED doesn't pop on anymore, which I don't really care. Like, it's kind of nice to have, but there's no sensitivity in the trigger. It's on or off, full power. So I'm sure I could take this apart, but I tried sending this into warranty and they didn't want to replace it. So I was looking at the similar, replacement for this for my work gun. And the lowest end I could find for the DeWalt, similar battery, 20 volt or newer, that apparently works too, was like 200 bucks. And I mean, that was even for the Milwaukee. They were comparatively about the same price, whether they were a little bit better than one another or not. I couldn't justify 200 bucks if this thing's on sale for 90, basically less than half price. I'm sure I will take this apart and figure out why there's no sensitivity at all. It's just on or off. It never was like that before. You could barely pull the trigger and get a little power, or full bore pull on the trigger would give you full power. Which makes sense. I know it's an impact gun, but still, there should be some sensitivity. So anyways, I'm going to crack this open and then show some other interesting, cool things I got from Home Depot today. Let's crack this bad boy open. So there's the model number if you're curious. And I'm not 100% sure that the battery will be fully charged, but there was only 4 of these left. I had a lady double check because some of the other signage and old displays they had up since Christmas made this look like it was a $200 drill sitting in a $90 drill area, because it said something like it was a 1/2 inch drive. impact, which this is obviously not. This is like a 1/4-inch drive, I believe. Sorry about my camera holder's not so stable at the moment. Yep, and there it dives down. Yep. There we go. Sorry about that. So let's pull this bad boy out. I guess the camera's probably just gonna move until I slide her all on out. So, got this nice little compressed Milwaukee bag here. Sorry, I'm just going to switch my stand around a little. There we go. Yeah, nice little compressed Milwaukee bag. It's all zippered up for the most part, so we'll just undo that guy. And let's see here. So we got the M12. So maybe the M12 and a little bit of the M18 series were the drills and impacts and all that stuff that I was using. And here they just have a whole pictorial guide of their different products. I didn't know they had a hand buffer over there. That's pretty neat. Some pneumatic pipe cutters and band saws. That's probably the best band saw I've ever used. Quick, doesn't use a whole lot of battery power. They got a lot of great tools, and I think they're pretty reasonably priced for how their price points are comparatively to the other major brands. But yeah, anyhow, just a little thing for you to stare at all the other stuff you can't afford. And then we got just your basic operator's manual and instructions, and same thing. So one's for the charger, one's for the device. Because it's hard to figure out how to plug this into a wall and put a battery on this thing, I guess. Apparently, like, doesn't look very foreign. So got the M12 and 18 battery series charger. It's got the one slot here and then the smaller, I think those are 7.2 volts or something like that, charger. And then a whole mess of cardboard. Got the gun here. Pull that out of the bag. And I'm going to grab the battery out of here as well. No, this is actually taped. Okay, there we go. Alright, so the one thing I love about Milwaukee's batteries is right here on the front, the indicator, usually pretty darn accurate. Brand new. Okay, so it's only got one bar, so it's close to dead. It needs a charge straight out of the box. But there's no missing these locks, unlike other random manufacturers I've used gun-wise. Look at that, the LED popped on as soon as I brought it out. Sorry, let me just adjust this a little. So I got pretty nice brushless 1/4-inch impact drill. It's M18 series. Got all the little warnings and hazards. Got a nice little belt loop right out of the gate, which that's another thing. Almost every Milwaukee I've seen comes with this, whether you like it or not. I like it for my drill and stuff because I'm always drilling holes and doing that kind of thing. Sometimes you don't, like on your impact. So at least they give you the option right out of the box if you don't want to take the screw off right there and put it on something else. But let's see. Let's go with trigger sensitivity here. Just might help if it was in a gear. Yeah, ultra sensitive. I mean, I'm barely moving that. Full blown. So yeah, and it's a pretty decent little LED light as far as appearance goes. So again, I really like the Milwaukee series. Stanley's done me all right. I feel like the Milwaukees I've used have probably taken a harder beating on in the electrical job site toolboxes, etc. But yeah, I can't wait to put this to the test. Better get this battery on the charger. Just pull the clips and it's out, and you got the nice little storage bag, which is pretty neat. And then I'll just pop that obviously right here in the charger. I won't click it down until I have it all plugged in, but I'll go ahead and do that at a later moment. One of the other things I picked up from Home Depot was something I'm looking forward to for near future projects that I'll hopefully post up on here. It's Craig Jig. This is also kind of one of those Christmas deals they had out. I guess I found this one technically on the regular shelf, and this is not the same advertisement, I guess you'd say, for the extra stuff that the Christmas one I saw was, but they're both $99 before tax, so right about $100, $110 after tax, depending upon where you live. But I'm gonna be making some sliding barn doors for a bedroom that leads into the master bathroom and closets. There's 2 entrances, and I have a ton of pallet wood that I used to build my bar in the last house that I took apart. So I'm gonna refinish those and turn those into barn doors, and then I'm also going to use this to make a Murphy bar. Basically, it'll be a bar down below this room. This is a Star Wars man cave loft up here. There'll be a Murphy bar down there that I'm going to build, so I'm pretty excited about that. Usually they're about $100. Sorry for the horrible vibration. About $100 just for that. So whether it's 40 or 50 or 128, I don't really believe that. The only difference on the Christmas version is this little mini Craig Jig. It's a little different. It has like 2 slots, but a similar thing. So I'm not sure if this one's better or the other one's better, but either way, about $110, and you get a nice pocket hole jig, if you will, to make furniture nice and clean and flush. And then last but not least, a thing pertaining to the collection room up here, which I'll show you in just a minute, was these Defiant LED puck lights. They come with their own batteries. They're not that great of life. Because I accidentally left these on. I already purchased a pack of these, which I'll show off in a second, but they are pretty cool. The little remote there's only the 4 colors: red, green, blue, white. It's nice and it's purposeful that there's 4 different timer buttons on that little remote. And then power and brightness on and off are the top 4 buttons there. But for about, I think they're $12 to $15. Originally, the one store I saw that I bought the first pack, they were down to 10. So for about 8 puck lights with the batteries, all that, you can really do some interesting things. So I guess the next portion of what I'll show you here, as we're flipping around in the Star Wars room, is those puck lights. Bear with me just a moment. Hopefully I'll edit this all out. But basically I'm going to turn off the main lights and then turn these on. Yep, and those are kind of dead. They are very dead. Well, that's kind of a bummer. Basically, the only one or two that I didn't leave on for a whole 12 hours or something is that one there that I have on in just white, and then that one there in blue, and that one in the middle is white. It's shining okay. The two on top are supposed to be green. I know I have backlighting kind of making everything bright, so it's not working, but those are usually pretty vibrant colors. You can see the blue's barely on. They're supposed to be green and red for those two shelves, but they're not on. So the batteries they come with are not great. So definitely use the timing buttons on there. But otherwise, I hope you enjoy this video. Like I say, I'm a kind of a Star Wars collector. I also collect some other miscellaneous things. For instance, one thing I have in person out in the garage is 1982 Toyota Supra. That's the Transformer version of it in here, obviously. And a 2019 Yamaha WR250R. As well as a lot of other things I like to do. So hopefully I'll get some responses and hear from you and talk to you in the future. Have a good one.